So here I am in the Barossa, the Artisans of Barossa cellar door, which opened just 14 weeks ago, and it is a fabulous showcase for some really exciting wines from the Barossa, from the 12 members. And here we have three wise men from the Artisans of the Barossa. They laugh, they laugh. We have Kym Teusner on the left, we have Hobbs in the middle, and we have Duval on the right.
Cheers.
And eponymous wines. So you're putting your own name to these wines. And John, we were talking earlier, this is your 38th vintage in the Barossa, and one of the biggest shifts that you've seen is the fact that the Barossa is no longer dominated by big players. And I guess that really plays into the whole concept of Artisans of Barossa. So do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
I think it's a very exciting time for the Barossa. I mean, I can remember when I first started in 1974 with Penfolds, probably you could count on two hands sort of how many wineries there were, but now there's over 100 different wineries in the Barossa. A lot of very small artisan winemakers that are really proud of what they're doing. They're reflecting the quality in different parts of the Barossa, handcrafted wines, great expression of the character from their particular region in the Barossa.
Mm-hmm. And just moving out and talking to Kym. So Kym, something that we were talking about is, obviously there's a big exploration at the moment of different sub-regions within the Barossa, but what you were saying about Artisans of the Barossa is it's as much about the characters and the people as the sub-regions.
Yeah,
so,
I think the personality of the winemakers themselves dictate the styles of wine they're going to make, the way they live, their lifestyles. I think probably particularly with Artisans of Barossa, we're making wines that suit our own lifestyles, our personal sort of feeling and expression goes into those wines. But that's, all of us are very passionate about the sub-regionality of the Barossa. As we were discussing, not to the extent that we want to dictate what can grow where, but I guess we want to emphasise what varieties perform the best in certain regions and focus upon them, and that comes back to that personality, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And then moving to Greg. So you are the odd man out. I zoom in on you at this point. Here we have the odd man out, because all your wines come from your estate, and you are in Angaston in the Eden Valley. So you are focused on an existing GI sub-region within the Barossa. So tell me a little bit about that.
I think everything that Hobbs has done, we moved up to the Barossa for a lifestyle. We bought a magnificent vineyard up there, which we think, or we wanted to expand on. It had magnificent old vines that perhaps at that time were a little bit, they weren't looked after as well as they should have been. And we decided that we wanted to improve how they were looked after and turn the whole idea into a family business that made great wines that showed all about the terroir of our area.
Mm-hmm.
The vines, the vineyard, the area, slightly cool climate with a lot of elegance.
Yeah, 500 metres.
500 metres.
So the higher end of the spectrum within Eden Valley.
Slightly more rainfall, slightly later picking, but that just allows to show so much about what the soil, the vineyard can produce.
Mm-hmm. And slightly higher rainfall in 2011 meant...
Yeah, 2011 was a slight problem, but we were lucky. We had good management of our vineyard, so we picked all of our wines except one. We had our Viognier didn't ripen, so anything Viognier based we didn't produce, but everything else came out really well.
Yeah, and John and Kym, 2011 for you, quick vintage synopsis.
Very difficult. It's meaning we're having to work very hard, and we're still working hard. But I think, as in 2007 and 2008, which were also very difficult years in the Barossa, there's going to be some absolute treasures.